Okay, so yes friends, I think you have watched the first video of the equivalent resistance and today the second video, and so I think you all are excited to know this more difficult and more complex circuit today. And last times we discussed about the simple technique of that, the mirror symmetry. And today we'll just recap the mirror symmetry and then we'll learn another tool that is the folding symmetry. Okay, and then we'll do some more complex problem. So let's start. And so last time we discussed about the symmetry rule, which is going to help you to solve the equivalent resistance problem. And if you have not watched that video, then you may watch. Otherwise, I am doing short recap. What is the mirror symmetry? See here, there is the two terminal A and B between which we have to find the equivalent resistance. And this figure is given here. So see, this side is 3 ohm resistance and this side also 3 ohm resistance. Here is 2 ohm, here is also 2 ohm resistance. And in the middle, if you suppose there is an imaginary mirror here, then you will see that what object is this side? Image is same on the right side. Okay, likewise 2 ohm resistance on the left side and 2 ohm in the right side. So this, if this you believe this is the object, then this will look like a image, and you know the properties of the image of the mirror. That is, if object light is coming here, then this direction, then here also will be in the same direction, but I am not supposing the direction here. How much quantity of current going in this branch? Same current is going in this branch. Likewise, how much current is going in this branch? Same current going in that branch. Means you will see the similar image. Actually, it is just we suppose, right? Yeah, what quantity of current going in this branch? Same current going in this branch, and same in same. And in that case, we find this is the mirror symmetry. And if mirror symmetry problem comes, then very simply you can find that how much current is going here. I suppose this I1, and this current will be also I1. This current is going I2, then it will be also I2. And so see this, how much current are coming from this point, same current going there, then there is no current in this branch is 0. Likewise from here you can also see, if how much current is going in this branch, same current going in that branch, then there is no current in this, that is 0, means there is no use of this resistance. I had explained this in the last video. And so this branch has no use in this case. And then what left? This is very easy, parallel and series combination. So your equivalent resistance will be quite easy in this case. This 3 ohm and 3, so 3 ohm is in the series, so 3 plus 3 is 6R, and here 2R and 2R also series, 2R plus 2R is 4R, and these two branches are in parallel, and so it's become very simple now. If two resistances are in parallel, then you have had a product by sum. So 6R into 4R divided by 6R plus 4R, 10R. You just do calculation and you will get 6 4 24. 24 by 10 is 2.4 hours. So equivalent resistance between A and B is 2.4 hours. It was so easy after using the mirror symmetry. And then you could solve this by the Wheatstone balanced Wheatstone bridge. Balanced Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge. You may not have heard this bridge condition. What is that? If this by this and this by this, or this upon this and this upon this. It may suppose this is P and this is Q and this is R and this is S, then if I tell P upon Q equals to R upon S, you are getting the same result, that is 1. Then this balance conditional bridge, in that case there is no use of this in middle resistance, you can remove and you will get the same thing. So there is the, you can even use this technique if this is balanced. If it is not balanced, then I have told you that I will teach you. Last time I had given you one problem also, you will solve and you will tell me. Okay, now let's see that this was the last time we discussed. Let's see there the another technique trick that is going to help you a lot. That is the folding symmetry. And now to find the folding symmetry, you have to identify first the terminal. See this line AB is across which we have to find the equivalent resistance. This time you can't take this as the mirror axis. You can't tell this as like a mirror symmetry. Why? Tell me this 3R and it's 2R. How can be this mirror image? It cannot be. So no choice. And another is this, the down also you can see 3R and 2R. But what you see here, up and down is same. See 3R and 3R, 2R and 2R. And so up and down is same. So this, in this condition we find there is the folding symmetry. How will you find? You will make the mirror line this time along the axis. Last time what you did? Mirror line was perpendicular. This was our terminal line, this was the perpendicular. In this case there was the perpendicular, mirror axis was perpendicular. This time you will take the mirror axis along the terminal. Then you will find that, you will find this and this same, this and this same. Now what left then? What to do? In this case you will find the potential of this point and potential of this point same. Likewise potential of this point and this point also you can say, even you can write the V1 below, but let me write Y only, and so Y, and there is Z and there also Z. So potential of these two points, these two points are same. If potential is same, then current does not flow, you know that. So if potential of this point and this point you are supposing same, then there is no chance of going current in this direction or in this direction. There is no current going, so there is no use of this branch. You can remove it. If we remove this, then what left with you? Now we have to find RAB, and this is so easy for you because I have told you that in series there is sum. So 3R plus 2R, that's the 5R, and that is parallel to this one, and so parallel to 3R plus 2R, and that's again the 5R. And I have told you the trick. If same resistance are in parallel, then divide by number. So 5R divided by 2, and so the answer will be 2.5. Okay, 2.5 ohm. 2.5 ohm. So this was so easy. I think you understood the folding symmetry. When you are using folding symmetry, suppose that axis is along the terminal, and you will see up and down whether it is symmetry or not. So I will find this 3R and 3R same, 2R and 2R also you found this. These two are same, and so it becomes a very easy question for you. Now let's see the question number 3. I have drawn you to save my time. Now check this. There is so many resistances connected here, and so this is R, and this I suppose R, and this is the 2R, and this is the 2R. Okay, and now see, this is the, I am supposing this also is the R, and this also R, and this is the 2R, and this is 2R. Tell me, what will be the equivalent resistance between A and B? Now if you know simply the series and parallel technique, then you will fail to solve this question. And if you know these two techniques, then it is going to help you a lot here also. Now so tell me, what kind of the symmetry is going to help you? Try it. Are you trying? Okay. Now see this. A and B is here, and if I take this as the mirror line, then there is no, there is a, if I take this as a symmetry line, then we will not find up and down same. So this is not the case of folding symmetry. So folding symmetry is not holding. Folding symmetry is not there. Understood what I told you? If I have to apply the folding symmetry, then what should I do? I have to take the axis along the terminal, and if I take the axis along the terminal, then up and down is not same. So this is not folding symmetry case. So now, of course, this will be the mirror symmetry. So let me draw one line here, and I will show you. Check it. Are you seeing here? See this? Now check this. Left side and right side looks like. Yes, here is R, here is R, here is 2R, again here is 2R. This is the image, this object, this image you can imagine. Likewise, here R and here also R only. 2R, 2R. Of course, this is the line of symmetry, and this times line of symmetry is perpendicular to the axis. And so if it is perpendicular to axis, then we can use the mirror symmetry. And if you use the mirror symmetry, then there is nothing left in this question. Let's see. If current you suppose here is I1, then here will be also I1. If I suppose current here I2, then here will be also current I2. If I suppose current here I3, then here will be also the I3. If I suppose here I4, then here will be also the I4. And now see this. How much current is coming from? There is no problem in this branch. Of course, I1, okay, no problem. In this branch, how much current I2 coming here? That was current going through this branch. So, and then also I3 coming here and I3 going here. So there is no exchange of current between these and two, and so there is no connection actually here. It looks like it's given the false node here, means there is no use of this node. So now what will happen in this question? Tell me. Nothing. See here, what are you getting? Now your figure looks like, here is your A, and then you will start with the A, then you will find this resistance. So let me connect off. This is one resistance. Okay, and then here I find the two branches, so one going up, and this is R and R. So this looks like this, R and R. And if you are going through this, then here you are getting a 2R. Again you are getting here 2R. Okay, you got 2R, 2R. Then you reach here, and then you are getting one resistance here. Okay, and now you are going one branch from here. So this is a 2R, this also 2R, and again you are meeting the same point B. And this was your R, and this was also your R, and this 2R and this 2R. Now tell me, is it difficult for you? Not so difficult, boss. You can try. See this 2R, 2R parallel, and so what will let me write for the upper branch? Upper branch is R, and plus this 2R in the series, so that's 2R, and this 2R, 2R also series, that's 4R, but they are in parallel, so I wrote like this. Okay, next I came to here, and that becomes the R. Okay, I wrote for upper branch, and there is something parallel with this, and something parallel with this is denominator, that's 2R and 2R, that's a 4R, and this is very easy for you to solve, is it? Just doing calculation, why are you worrying? Okay, R plus, and it's 2R parallel 4R. So what will be the answer? So there will be, I told the trick also, one is multiple of other, then divide the number, bigger number, and divide by times plus 1. So 2 times means that's a 3. Okay. And this R and R I could add before only, and so R and R is this 2R. Okay, and there is parallel to 4R. Now will you solve this? Of course you can. And so what is 3 to the 6R, 6R plus this is the 4R upon 3, and this is parallel to 4R. So tell me, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10R by 3, parallel 4R. Now what is left in this question? Product by sum. So just you multiply 10R by 3 into 4R by 10R by 3 plus 4R. So very simply 10 for the 40R square, and by 3, and also I am taking LCM and that also. So 10R plus 4 is 12R. 10 plus 12 is 22R, by 3 gone, and so this got, and this remains 20 by 11R. So that was so easy question, but why it becomes easy? Because you know the technique, mirror symmetry and folding symmetry, and this is going to solve your problem in entrance examination of whatever level you are going to give examination. And for all the levels, this type of question are probable, and this wants to trick you, and but you will trick the question. That was so easy. Let's see the another questions. I have to drop it. Okay, so I have written 2 more questions for you. Here is the find the equivalent resistance if all resistance are RO, means these all are everything are, and we have to find them. We have to find them equivalent resistance between A and B. And so here you are finding the both symmetry here. One either if I suppose this as the our mirror line, then see this left side and right side looks exactly same. Likewise, if I suppose this line as our mirror line, then up and down also looks same. So here in this case you can use both symmetry, either mirror symmetry or tell me what other? Holding symmetry. So in which you feel comfortable, you use that. Okay, and so this time I am using this as our mirror line. So see this. This is how much current here. I suppose is I1, then here will be also I1. You need not to show that. You to make you understand why I am telling only. It's not necessary to say you someone and you will do it. These two are the mirror object and image. And likewise, if you see this is the I3, then this also I3. And what should be current here? How much current is going here? That much current should be here. So this is, if I suppose I4, so this will be also I4. Okay, and so this I1, I2 and here same. So here is some current going. That current not dividing here. Okay, and here also. And so how much current you are finding here? I5. Same current you are getting here. I5. So of course this this figure looks like the mirror symmetry, and then after see this current coming here I1 and going I2, and that's there is no exchange of current, so this becomes like this. And also this I3 coming this and I3 going here, so no need of connection this. Now see this. What led with this question? Nothing. This question remains nothing with just it is a series and parallel combination. So how will it solve? Let my technique this. RAB, I start from here, I am finding one branch of, and so I will write that branch, this is R. Okay, and so I reach up to here, and then where we have two branches are in the parallel. One is up is R, because I told this every resistance are R. So upper is R and parallel to 2R. So you get this. Then you reach here, and here you are getting again this is the R. So this is R. So you completed this journey of this branch. Okay. Now this how much it comes? This is parallel with this middle branch. Here R. So R plus R, this is so easy, that's becomes the 2R. And again something is parallel with this. So now this down is same thing like up only, and so I can just without thinking anything, or let me tell once again, no problem. This is R. Okay, R you come here, here it's divided in two branches, upper is 2R, upper is 2R, and here is down is R, so 2R parallel R, up to here, and again here is R, so here is R, so it looks like this. Okay, it is two same, and I told you, if same resistance are in parallel, then divide by number, so 2 and divide by 2, and so I got here R plus R parallel to R. Let me write this to make you explain, otherwise I could solve this so easily, and I wrote this half, because this 2 becomes half of 1. Okay, parallel to 2R. Okay, and so this becomes 1 by 2, and so R plus R parallel R, you know the technique, product by sum, so 2R by 3, you get 2R by 3, and this R and R I am getting here only, and so 2R by 3. Okay, and parallel to 2R. Now what left? Again I have to solve this, and so 1 by 2 and 2 3 is 6R, 6R plus 2R by 3. This is parallel to 2R. So tell me 1 by 2, 6 plus 2, 8R by 3 parallel 2R. Is it difficult for you? No, this is 1 by 2, and so product by sum. So 8R into 2R by 3, and sum is 8R by 3 plus 2R. Solve it, you can do 1 by 2, and so what became 8 to the 16, 16R square, 16R square upon 3 will cut here, and so this 3 to the 6, 8 plus 6, 14, 14R by 3 cutting, and so I think nothing left here, 1R cut, and 2 8s are, so I got 8R upon 14 ohm resistance. Even you can cut, this is the 4R by 7 ohm. So if there is no calculation mistake, then this will be the correct answer. So this RAB, I might do some mistake of calculation, so check yourself. Okay, and so this was the equivalent resistance from A to B. This is the condition given, but still I can check once. So R parallel to R, R parallel to R, plus R. Okay, plus R, and so there is nothing. Then in middle is 2R, and this is same, and so there is no problem. That's same. And now these two in parallel, and just we can do make half, and so R plus, okay, no problem, R plus 2R. I just copied it down, and so 2R by 3R, and so R is 2R by 3, and here 3 to the 6R plus 2R, it's 8R by 3, and parallel 2R, so 8R by 3, parallel means product by sum, so 8R by 3 2R, and 8R by 3 plus 2R, and so again I will take 3 LCM here, and so 3 will cut, and 3 to the 6 plus 8, 14, okay, 14, and then 8 to the 16 R square, and so R cut and by 2, and so this will become the 8R, and so okay, that's correct. Now, after seeing this question, let's see the question number 5, which I wrote for you. Now, A and B, again we have to find the equivalent resistance between A and B, and its resistance is R same, that is small r given in the question. And so now, is it the mirror symmetry or folding symmetry? Again it is in the both mirror as well as so I prefer to use the mirror, and so this again here the mirror line I take, and then I have to find from resistance from, and so we have from the mirror technique, just you know, this current and this current same, so there is no connection, it becomes like this. Here also this current same, there is no connection, like this. Okay, and so now what will you find? This R and R the same, and here also everything is same. But here is the one problem again. See this? These two are identical, and so there is no need of this also. Even you can use the Wheatstone bridge principle balance R same, so no need of middle resistance. So what our figure looks like then? See this? It look like, and it's going up. One resistance going up, and this coming like this, and here also one resistance going like this, one coming like this, and so it became, and same thing happens in the bottom. And so here is the one resistance going up, and then there again coming there, and down like also same you are finding, and these two are connected here. Each R, and R. So what left here? Let's take this A and this is B, and so this is R and R. These two are in the parallel upper one, and so this is I can add 2R. R plus R is 2R, and this also parallel here, so this become also 2R. Okay, and then here also I am finding 2R, and denominator that's down also we are getting the 2R. So all together I get the 4 2R resistance in the parallel, and so 4 same resistance in the parallel, and then divide by number, so 2R divided by number is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 2R divided by 4 becomes the R by 2. So equivalent resistance from A to B in this case becomes the R by 2. Are you getting this? I think you all got that value. Okay, and so that was also very easy. So tell me, after this learning this technique, are you knowing these methods to solve the questions? If this question comes in front of you, not exactly the same, but at same type, then first you find the whether it is the parallel or series, first step. If it is not, then you move to the checking the symmetry. Symmetry, if this symmetrically left side, right side, up or down, and then decide whether you are going to use the mirror symmetry or folding symmetry, and in which you feel comfortable, you can do it. Okay, and so I always try to make you understand, and I think you are getting it. Okay, and so next, last question today we will do, and that's the Brahmastra. Brahmastra, do you know meaning of Brahmastra? Means that can solve the most difficult problem, and that trick is not in your level, but still I think you are genius student and you can learn anything whatever I teach you. And so that technique is one trick I am telling, that's the T to pi conversion. This is very interesting. This is in a higher class. In bachelor level you have to learn, but if you know this technique, then you can easily solve a very difficult problem. And in entrance examination, nobody asks you how you solve, which method you applied, and so everything is fair in entrance. And try to learn this. Very easy. So it's easily I am telling you this. Let me make one triangle. And suppose these branches are made with the resistance of this triangle. Are you understanding? This is the A, B, C. Now, if you are finding these three resistance, so let me write this name RA, RB, and RC. Then you can change this type of the combination of resistance. You can always change. Look like triangle. No? You can always transform this like English alphabet Y made of the resistance. This will make you very interesting and very easily it can solve your problem. Let's see this again. I am supposing this A, B, C. This time I am supposing this resistance R1, R2, R3. There is no matter symmetry or anything. Nothing you have to check. Just you check that the three resistance. And sometimes you need to convert this triangle shape arrangement in your circuit to this Y shape. And you can do very easily. How? Let's see the trick. Now I am going to draw here only this figure here. If you see like this figure, then in the middle you take one point, a hypothetical point you can take, it's your right. I am not going to prove this formula. As I told you, it's in the master level. And I had posted that video also. You can, if you are interested, then you can watch that also. Conversion of T to pi, going the MSc section of that playlist. Okay, if you are not, then no problem. I am going to teach you here only. R1, R2, R3, I can suppose. And you can no need to where we to write R1, where we are going to write R2. Nothing you have to remember. Just you see the triangle, you take one point and connect three, that's vertices with the three resistance. Okay, and see this trick, how this trick you can remember. Now if you have to find the value of R1, then check this. What resistance are connected with R1 on left and right? So I think RA and RB. So this is RA, RB, and now do the sum of the all resistances in the triangle. That is the RA, RB, and RC. Is it? If you are not getting, then let's see another. R2. Try. What are connected with R2? RA and RC. So you will write here RA, RC, again divide by all the number. So RA plus RB plus RC. And next third one you can do. Tell me now. I am writing. You try fast. Tell me what should I write? Yes? Okay. RB, RC divided by all three. That's RA plus RB plus RC. And these times we are converting this triangle shape into the Y shape. We may call this delta to Y. Delta, some people tell as delta to Y conversion. So you know this technique. Okay, are you clear with this? Okay, I'll give more example and then at that time. And if you have, this time you are given with RA, R1, R2, R3, then how will you find RA? So RA will be equals to, this times we are going to find the sum of product, means 2 at a time, R1, R2, R2, R3, R3, R1. See this, you will write 2 at a time, you will multiply and then you solve. R1, R3, R3, R2, R2, R1. Even you will not see which one is R1, R2, you multiply 2, 2 and this. And what is the opposite of RA? This is the R3, so this resistance will be R3. And what will be RB? Tell. Same technique, you can. Oh no, what are you thinking? Where are you? Check this. RB, this time again, above is the same sum of product. R1, R2, R2, R3, R3, R1, divide by opposite. What is opposite to? RB. Tell me. That's the R2. And RC will be equals to. This time you have to tell at least, or I am not going to write. Fast. Yeah, same. R1, R2, R2, R3, R3 and R1. R1, R2 plus R2, R3 plus R3, R1 by opposite of R it must be the R1. No need to see the figure. Okay, this time you are getting Y from the delta conversion, and so this trick you have to keep in the mind. Don't think you will learn later and you can't do this so easy. And after knowing this, one question you can solve, that question which nobody can solve it at your level. Do you believe it? Yeah, of course I am telling at your level, none of the students except you can solve that question which I had given in the first part of the numerical or first part of equivalent resistance video. And that problem, do you remember? Not seen? No problem. I am going to write again. Okay, so should I draw it? Let me draw. I clear this board because I don't require this formula, because we can make formula at that instant only. Don't write. Okay, last time I had given the problem like this. This is the looking so simple. After doing that slow, that's a complex symmetry problem. It looks so easy, but actually it is not so easy. Last time I had given this is 1 ohm resistance, this is the 2 ohm resistance, this is 3 ohm resistance, this is 4 ohm resistance, this is the 5 ohm resistance. And now you have to find the equivalent resistance from A to B. Now check this. All your technique, whatever you learn, is going to fail. If you think this is your mirror line, mirror symmetry, no, because there is 1, here is 2, this is 4, this is 3, no. Okay, if I suppose this is the folding symmetry, check this. There is 1, here is 4, 2 and 3, so not folding. And when you check the balance condition of these, okay, 1 upon 2, and here upon you are getting the 4 upon 3. So 1 by 2 is not equals to 4 by 3, so that's balance Whittlestone bridge condition also not going to help you. So sad. So what is going to help you? These times you just learn the technique conversion of pi to t. See this. Does this look like this part? Yeah, are you seeing this like a triangle? Yeah. You may think yes. So just told me, yeah, it's look like. Then what I told? You take one imaginary point. Okay. So I took imaginary point. Then what I told? Connect one resistance at its vertices. Okay, I am connecting here. One resistance here. Okay, I connected here. Okay, this connected here. Now see this. After doing this, there is no use of this. You can remove because they are equivalent networks. And so now tell me what will be the value of this. For the timing, for simplicity I am writing R1. You can tell first R1 equals to what I told, 4 drop of a connected branch, 4 on the 4 by sum of the branches, 1 plus 5 plus 4. 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 4, that's the 10. This I got the 4 by 10 ohm. Now if I write this R2, so what will be value of R2? R2 again, see the what are the branches connected here, 1 and 5. So 1 into 5 is 5, by total again coming the same, so 5 upon 10 ohm. Now R3, yes, try it this time yourself. Don't always depend on the teacher. 5 and 4 multiply, but I have to, because you are not here, you think if you not answer then so not see. No problem, 5 for the 20 and total is again 10. So this becomes your 0.4 ohm, this becomes 0.5 ohm, this becomes 2 ohm. So now what I told, after getting this, there is no need of this resistance. How our figure looks, I am not going to rub that in next. So see this, you are coming from here, you are finding one resistance here, then one resistance goes like this, and then one resistance goes like this. There is no use of this, now remaining this and this. So this became like this, and one became like this, and see this, there was the B and here was the A. And so this resistance was R1, and so R1 is our 0.4 ohm, and this resistance was R2, and so R2 value is 0.5 ohm, and third resistance was this, and this we got the 2 ohm. And next this is the 2 ohm, this is the 3 ohm, and so now what left with this question? Nothing. You are learning from the beginning, and so I am sure that you can do this very easily. And one who has not watched this video series, I always request you to watch. Otherwise, how can I help you? 2 and these two are in series, so 2 and 0.5, so 2.5 ohm resistance. Here I got 2.5 ohm, and now is 2 plus 3, that's the 5 ohm. And now see this is our A and this is our B, and so what left again? There is 0.4, and this was our 235, and so now from this one resistance I am getting, that's product by sum. So what will you get? 5 that 25, and 5 to the 10 to 12, so 12.5 product by sum is 7.5, and this is our resistance, and now this is A and this is B. Now you have to find RAB, and so RAB will become the sum of these two. So this becomes 0.5 plus 125 by 75, decimal you can cut it. So 25 3s are 25, 5s are, and so 5 by 3, and so 0.5 plus 5 by 3, 3 1s are 3, and just 20, 3 is 1.67. So you got the equivalent resistance, overall resistance we got the 1.67 plus 0.5. Tell me what will be the answer. Okay, and so 7, 6, 5, 11, and so this 2.17 ohm resistance. So see this, I taught you that technique also which nobody knows, and it at your own level. I don't mean that your teachers knows better than me, but I think your students of your level had not learned this, and so you got this idea also. So enjoying. I think now you, after knowing this technique, you need not to find any other technique. One technique I will teach you after teaching the Kirchhoff's law, and in that case also one more video I will make for the equivalent resistance. That is in the second chapter, and so when I will start second chapter, at that time I will solve that problem also. And so how do you think? Are this video testing and useful for you? If yes, then I should tell you that, so do comment and tell me how can I make this video more better and more useful for you. Thank you very much for watching till the end. Thanks.